I heard about his father on the radio. Man, that is so wild. I figured that's probably why you didn't call me back last night. Although I have to admit, I got a little freaked out. I thought maybe Duke had convinced you that I was bad news.
Duke and I have decided not to talk about you at all. I'm sorry I didn't call, but by the time Paul came by, it was really late.
That's okay. My problems are nothing compared to Paul's. Could you come over? Maybe we could have breakfast together.
No, Julie, I can't. But why don't you come over here?
Duke's there.
It's my apartment. If he doesn't like it, he can leave. Come on, come over. Paul, you can help get Paul's mind off of all this.
Okay. Just give me a half an hour. I'll pull myself together.
Okay, bye. Julie's coming over, so you got about a half an hour, I figure, to decide whether or not you can hack it.
I don't think I'm the problem. Don't know anything you should warn your mom?
I already told you, I'll handle my mom.
Jeez, I hope that's not reporters.
I'll make sure it isn't. Oh, hi.
Hello, hello. I thought maybe
the
three bachelors would like some nice hot breakfast.
I hope you guys are going to be able to make it this morning. I know your classes started. When I was up at 5 a.m. this morning with Chris, I saw the lights on over here.
I'm not going to class today. Or anywhere else, for that matter.
And so we want to question Paul and Emily again.
But not here.
Something in particular on your mind?
It's just a few loose ends that need clarifying, like the 20 minutes that elapsed before they called Margot.
All right. See if you can clear up the mystery of that clogged drain in Emily's bathroom. I mean, it's probably unrelated, but let's be sure.
Okay.
Right.
Do you want to question Paul since you're closer to him?
That's exactly why I don't want to.
All right, then I'll give him a call at first.
Yeah, and I will try Emily at Susan's.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll check the lab. I'll see if they've analyzed any of those charred bits that were found in the drain. And remember, McKechnie's out here if you want to talk to him.
Right. Did you know McKechnie was coming back to town?
Well, I know he called Lisa last night. She filled him in about Stenbeck. Actually, I ought to go tell Shannon that he's back.
I'm not going to cool my heels in the squad room. Show me the corpse. I want to see for myself that Stenbeck is really dead this time.
Derek's upstairs taking a shower, Karen. I'll have him call you as soon as he gets out. Yes, I will. I will. Goodbye. How many times do I have to tell you, Holden?
Just hear me out.
I don't see the point.
Yeah, well, you made that very clear when you refused to meet me at the pond. In fact, I was on my way to the airport. I was going to catch the next flight back to London.
Well, you should have. It would have been simpler for both of us.
Nothing's ever been simple for us, Lily. Not ever.
That's why it would never work, you see, because love shouldn't be complicated. I know that now. It should be as natural as breathing.
Oh, it means if we could stop breathing.
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by Improved Ultra Pampers Plus, because healthy skin begins with dry skin.
You shouldn't have done that.
Forget should or shouldn't. You feel the same way I do. Admit it.
No, I don't, Holden. You're wrong. Now I understand why you wanted to get me out to the pond last night. That was the place where we almost made love. You wanted to make love to me last night, didn't you? You thought it would prove something.
You're not giving us a chance.
I love my husband. I'm committed to my husband, and he's committed to me. I don't know why you torture yourself believing something's going to happen for us.
I can't accept that.
You're going to have to. You know, right before I left for Montega, Caleb accused me of living this fantasy that you were going to come back on your white horse and sweep me off my feet, and we would live happily ever after. You know, Caleb was right about me then. That's why it hit so hard when I found out you married Angel.
Then you admit it.
Yes. Yes. If you had come back a few months ago, maybe we would have made love by the pond. Then what? We'd run off together? We wouldn't have been happy, Holden. We're not right for each other. I was a little girl back then. And that little girl part in me grew up when I went to Montega. When I came back, I was ready for a real relationship. That's when I met Derek. I fell in love. I'm very happy, Holden. And you have Angel. And if you could really believe inside that it's over for us, you could see that she's much better for you than I ever could have been.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. Even if we made love 100 times, we'd still have to come to this point. We'd still have to say goodbye to each other.
I can't say it.
It's only goodbye to the fantasy, Holden. Something that we could never really share with each other. And maybe if you could accept that, maybe someday we could really be friends. I'll always love you.
That was all yours. I'm off to the...
That's it. I'm putting a stop to this right now.
Derek, stop, okay? Please. It's taken care of.
That's what you said last night.
I know that now. It's taken care of.
I don't want anyone or anything upsetting you.
You know, I just told Holden I didn't need a knight in shining armor, and here I've got one.
I'll call you from the cottage. You gonna be all right while I'm gone?
Yes. I promise. I'll be waiting here for you to take me back to the cottage, where we share all our magic together.
All right, Susan said that Emily's not there, but she was very vague about where she went. How'd Paul sound?
Tired. Apparently he and Andy stayed up all night. And also a little wary.
What do you mean?
I don't know. He wants Jessica to be there when I talk to him.
Well, I think that's a good idea. I'm very glad it's Jessica who's
Well, no
represented.
results from the lab, but I've subpoenaed the phone records for Emily, Lucinda Stables, Tonio, the Earl Mitchell Center.
Good.
Maybe we can learn something about who James called and when.
Or if Buddy Antonio called James at the stables.
Uh-huh, absolutely.
Oh, I'm sorry, Doug. I certainly don't mean to be ignoring you.
Oh, well, Tom filled me in. Forensics? I guess Buddy was clearly involved.
I am afraid so. We also found the copies of the papers that he stole from you. They were in James's traveling case.
What about the fine? Well, I'm a bit embarrassed that I was so taken in by the lad. Shannon always said I put my trust in the wrong people.
So that could match. You planning on seeing Shannon?
Oh, no, I don't think so. It wouldn't be wise to reopen those old wounds, and I would have told that to Harrington if he hadn't run out of here in such a bloody hurry.
Oh, speaking of hurry, I gotta go. I'll be at Camps, okay?
Okay. So what are your plans?
Oh, well, after I see Stenbeck's corpse with my own 2 eyes, I'll go check on Emily, see to it that she's all right. Then I'd like to try and get some information out of Buddy as to the whereabouts of Stenbeck's Island. See if I can find Lilith and eliminate that threat to Shannon once and for all.
Yeah, and then?
Well, I guess I'll fly back to Edinburgh. Be a doting grandfather for a while. You know, Tom, I thought the day Stenbeck died would be a day of rejoicing. I hope Paul won't have to face a trial.
He shouldn't have to. Once the loose ends are tied up, things should return to normal.
I don't think so. Not for Paul. He killed his own father. He'll always have James' blood on his hands.
Looks like it's a hit.
Paul, honey, I wish you'd eat something.
I can't, thank you. I'm not hungry. I can't stop wondering what Margot wants.
I'm sure it's just routine.
You know, I really want to talk to Emily, but I don't want to wake her if she managed to get some sleep.
My cholesterol goes up.
Sweetie, do you have any idea at all why your father was in such a rage last night?
Emily said that it was because she wouldn't help him take me away.
Paul, if you want some French toast, you better get over here. Duke's making it disappear.
Oh, come on, man. It's only 5 pieces. No big deal.
Well, I know somebody who'll help you out. Here you go, Andy.
Oh, no, thank you. That's all right.
What happened to the world's biggest appetite?
I guess I'm just worried about Paul.
I guess we all are. That's why I took the morning off.
I know why you've lost your appetite, man. You're trying to think what you're going to do when Julie comes over. Can I make a suggestion?
Not interested.
Hi. Oh, Margot. Hi, dear. Hi. Boys, why don't you come on? I'll give you a second cup of coffee in the backyard, all right?
What, no more French toast?
Okay. Good night. See you later.
See ya.
Give me a holler if you need anything.
It's been kind of a rough night, hasn't it? Paul, I'm going to make this as brief as I possibly can, okay?
Margot, I'd really like to wait for Jessica if it's okay with you.
Okay. Sure.
Hello? Emily, hi, are you okay?
Didn't sleep much. How about you?
I didn't even try. Margot's here now for some more questions.
About what?
I'm not quite sure.
Okay, I know you can't talk, but don't say anything about the letters. All right, call me as soon as Margot leaves. I should be in the office by then. Bye.
Office? What are you doing talking about an office?
I just want to keep busy.
Hey, I'll keep you busy. I ordered some breakfast.
Are you taking care of me, Mr. Lombard?
Yes,
What's
I'm
going on
taking
here?
care of you. Who are you talking to, Mom?
No, I was talking to Paul. He sounds real tired, and the police are questioning him again.
Yeah, well, I don't envy him that.
It's been a nightmare, that's for sure. Thanks for taking care of me last night, too. You held me all through the night. That was a big help.
Anytime.
So, what did your dad say when I went to bed?
Yeah, he just wanted to talk some business.
He wanted to talk business. 2 in the morning, you wanted to talk business.
Well, he's just a little concerned about publicity.
Oh, Brock, I knew I shouldn't have stayed here. I mean, if the press ever gets a hold of this, they're gonna have a field day.
Listen, I told him I don't give a damn about the press because you're what's important here.
Really? What do you have to say about that?
Really? And he said a bunch of old world stuff like marriages for keeps and things like that, but who listens? That's breakfast.
No, if it's reporters, please make sure that they go away.
No, who is it?
Rob, Susan Stewart.
Mother.
Morning, Susan.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi. Listen, first of all, your grandmother called. First, I told her you were asleep, then I told her you were in the shower, but you better call her, okay? Also, Hal Munson called. I just told him you were out.
Well, what did he want?
To ask you more questions. He said it's just routine.
Well, this is a lot more sensational than last night's news.
Not to say lurid. Glad Lisa's paper decided to stick to the facts. Did you notice the glaring omission?
No, what's that?
Listen, his name is never mentioned in the City Times.
Well, I think it's all very shocking news. And I'm sorry for everyone involved, including Lucinda.
Have you talked to Lucinda yet this morning?
Yeah, I called her, but Lily said she was down with a migraine.
Lily was at Lucinda's?
Yeah, she and Derek stayed there.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear it.
Mama, is Holden still asleep? No, he's not. And his bed hasn't been slept in.
Well, I better hit it, figuring Emily's not going to be coming into work today. Thank you. See you.
Give Emily my best when you see her, okay?
Yeah. Does Brock know about this?
I'm sure he does, which means he'll stay away from Emily and her family.
Why's that?
Because he hates reporters. Makes his skin crawl.
Well, I better get over it. Emily's going to need all the support she can get. Emma, can I use your phone for a second? I want to call Margot.
Go ahead.
Got a crack of dawn SOS call from Mama this morning. She thinks that everybody forgot Adam's birthday.
Well,
Keep that mouth closed now.
Lila, you are so sweet to come over on your day off. I'm worried about Shannon. I know she has a fever, but she won't go to a doctor.
Well, a possible infection after miscarriage is nothing to fool around with.
Right.
But Shannon is perfectly fine.
Good. Oh, well, sweetheart, I didn't think you had class until this afternoon.
Oh, I don't, but I want to go see Paul.
Oh, I see. Oh, your father called, darling, and we're going to have Margot and Tom coming over, and then we're going to celebrate Adam's birthday, right? Here, can you be here for lunch?
Yes, it sounds fun.
Great.
Yeah.
Hi. Well, hello.
Hi, Lisa. How are you? Shannon here?
Right there.
Hey, cutie.
Hey, is something wrong?
No, everything is fine. Lisa just worries about every little thing. And why aren't you at the castle?
Well, because I got some news for you. Bianca told the police why she ran away from Tonio, and Buddy did confess he was working with Stenbeck, but that's not all. Duncan just arrived at police headquarters.
Hello, Mrs. Hughes.
Julie.
Over.
I see. Well, he's inside. I'll get him.
Well, wait a minute. Actually, I kind of wanted the chance to talk to you anyway.
Oh, please sit down.
Thank you. I can imagine what you've heard about me. Probably a lot of it is true. Maybe most of it. But I'm not here to make excuses. The truth is that I messed up. That's why Andrew is so important to me. He's really different than anybody else I've ever known. He's an amazing guy. He really is. That's why you've got to believe that I would never do anything to ever hurt him.
The way you did Duke.
Andrew knows the whole story. But I'm not here to make excuses, okay? He's made me look at myself, and I've seen a lot of things that I really didn't like. But he's also made me realize that I can change.
Does that mean you've decided not to go back to Seattle?
I guess I kind of sorted it all out when Andy came to the airport and stopped me from getting on that plane. Andy, hi.
Why didn't you tell me she was here?
No, Margot, I understand why you called Paul directly. You're practically family. But what I want you to understand is that I always want to be present when Paul's being questioned.
Well, that's fine, but with any luck, these are the last questions.
Okay, good.
Okay. Paul, once you sit down, I will make this as quick as possible, I promise you. Okay, first of all, my first question. I'm just a little curious as to why it took you 20 minutes to call me last night.
I guess I was trying to calm Emily down. She was pretty upset. We called right away. I mean, it seemed like we did.
So there was nothing specific that delayed you?
No. Yeah, actually, somebody came to the door.
Who?
I don't know his full name. His last name was Foley. Brock Lombard sent him to look after Emily. He said he'd watch the building.
Brock Lombard. Thank you very much, Paul. See, this is the kind of detail that we're looking for, okay? Lombard. All right. Now, my second question has to do with the roses that you brought to Emily last night. And your card said, "Starting tonight, I promise you'll never have to worry about my father hurting you again." What exactly did you mean by that?
I just meant that, I wouldn't let my father ever hurt her again, especially since he'd called.
Nothing more specific than that?
No.
Margot, I'd like to see that card.
Yeah, fine. It's at the station.
Okay.
Okay, and the final question was, last night we found some charred bits in the drain in Emily's bathroom sink. Do you know what possibly could have been burned in the bathroom sink last night?
Oh. Well, I'm very glad that you guys escorted me, but look, I came and had Hal come to the office to talk to me here so you wouldn't get involved. So don't stay, okay?
I just wanted to make sure nobody harassed you along the way.
Okay.
So you call me and tell me how it goes with Detective Munson?
I promise.
I love you.
I love you too.
Glad you're here, Susan.
Bye.
Bye. He's certainly attentive.
Yeah, and he's very supportive. You know, it's strange. Probably happier now than I've ever been in my whole life. Funny considering the circumstances, huh?
Well, maybe I've been wrong about him. Anyway, I don't want to see you go through hard times alone. I've done it. I've been there. I know it's not fun.
Have you tried to call John?
Oh, yeah, but he had left the hotel for a seminar.
Emily, it's Al Munson.
He's early. I'm glad Brock left when he did. Hi,
Hi.
come on in.
Hi, Hal. Sit.
Hi, thanks.
Mind if I stay?
It's fine with me.
I don't know how much help I'm going to be. I'm really quite tired. I stayed up all night.
Yeah, Paul didn't get much sleep either. He was up all night talking to Andy.
I know, he told me.
You've spoken to him?
Yes, I called him this morning to see how he was.
The records indicate that Paul called the station at 8:18 p.m., but according to your statement, James was killed shortly before the hour. Why the delay in calling the police?
Well, I had just come out of the shower, so I was wet, and I wanted to put on a dry robe. Plus, we were shocked, and we were moving very slowly. I guess that's why.
You were wet and shocked. There was nothing specific that happened that delayed you?
No.
Oh, by the way, what was burned in your bathroom sink last night?
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Hey, now, just a minute. Just a minute here. You might be a grown man, but you're in my home. You don't stay out overnight without some sort of explanation.
I was just, driving around, thinking.
Oh.
Where's Caleb?
Well, he went over to the farmer's market to drop off some produce, and then he's going to go see Lily.
Why?
Well, there's talk that James Stenbeck's death might jeopardize Sierra's life. And he must be there to help her.
Well, that's a waste of time because Lily, she already knows all the answers.
Holden, have you seen her again?
More than once.
Derek! Hello.
Good morning, Emma.
How many times have I told you not to come here with a tie on and suit?
I'm on my way to New York. I just stopped by for a word with Holden.
Okay, please, I'll let you two talk. Do my chores. Give your wife my love, will
I
you?
shall.
Okay.
I've had it with your unexpected visits. Stay away from my wife.
Keeping Lily under lock and key?
No, not at all. I trust Lily completely.
Then why are you so afraid of me seeing her?
You obviously have no clue as to what love is all about.
And you
Stay away from her.
Being the big man that you are?
Lily knows what kind of man I am. That's what matters.
Holden Snyder, what's going on in here? Holden, I don't understand you. I just don't understand you. Now, Lily is married to Derek. Now, Caleb has accepted that. Why can't you accept it?
Caleb never loved Lily like I did.
Yes, he did. With feelings just as deep as yours. Now, just pull yourself together here. Holden, Angel is a wonderful young lady. I mean, if you don't love her the way you should, just let her go. Otherwise, go back to London and get on with your life. Holden, what you had with Lily is over.
Not for me, Mama.
Brock's line is still busy.
Would you please call your grandmother so she'll stop worrying?
After I get in touch with Brock.
What are you doing here?
Hi, I I just wanted to keep busy.
You okay?
Yeah.
Hi.
I'm gonna be fine now, Mom.
Oh, does that sound like a hint or what?
Thank you.
Call your grandmother.
Thanks for everything. I will.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, you have some messages here. Quite a few. Also, Sean Baxter called. He said he was taking his sister to boarding school, but he'd be in sometime this afternoon.
Reporters know you're here?
No, not yet. Have you spoken to Marva this morning?
No.
I spoke to Paul. She was questioning him again. I thought maybe you might know what that's about.
Montgomery Associates. Yes, hi. Hold on one second. It's Brock for you. A couple things in my office to take care of. I'll take you over to Walsh, all right?
All right, there's no hurry. Yeah, I've been trying to get in touch with you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been on a long-distance call. How did your meeting with Detective Munson go?
Okay.
You can't talk?
Why did I call you back? Just make sure the line is free, okay?
Okay. I just want you to know I'm here for you. Anytime.
Thanks.
Emily, is Brock in Chicago?
No, he flew back to Oakdale as soon as he heard the news. Of course, his father wasn't very amused.
His father knows that he's in Oakdale?
Oh, yeah. He came to Brock's hotel suite in the middle of the night last night. Of course, he wasn't pleased. I was there, but Brock didn't budge.
Look, why don't you and I hit the road? Tell you what, Emily, I'll be back in about 20 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Lock up in case the press get over here.
I'll talk to you later. Bye. Come on, Paul, call me.
Well, that's one mystery cleared up. What was burned in the sink? Love letters.
Love letters?
Yeah, Emily claims that after James's last call, she wanted to burn everything he ever sent her, wanted him out of her life for goods.
Well, I can't say I blame her.
Yeah, I just wonder what took her so long, you know?
Yeah. Listen, think you can make it over to my mom's today? We're gonna have a little birthday party for Adam. She and Lila are just throwing a little something together.
Hey, that'd be great, yeah.
Do me a favor, bring Barbara. Is she up for it?
That I don't know about. I stopped over at the house after I saw Emily. She's pretty shook up. She's worried about Paul, trying not to smother him. She's...
Hostile little son of a gun, our buddy.
Letty knows more than he's letting on about Stenbeck's Island and Lilith.
Uh-huh.
So you gonna give it to me? Yeah, I'll go get it for you. Now, Duncan, what are you doing here?
Well, I came to make sure that Stenbeck had, in fact, breathed his last.
Oh, well, there's no question about it this time. So, are you going to stay long?
No, I'm going to check on Emily, maybe Paul, and then fly out again tonight.
Oh, back to Edinburgh?
No, Montega. I'm going to find Stenbeck's Island, and I'm going to find Lilith.
Duncan, that is dangerous.
Why? Well, I've never had a problem with danger. Only love.
So she burned them.
Well, that settles that.
She mentioned a guy named Foley?
Foley?
Yeah, apparently Brock Lombard sent this guy Foley over. He rang the doorbell shortly after James was killed.
She never said a word about it. I wonder why.
Well, listen, I'd like to come back to the party, but I just really think I ought to go check on the kids.
Yeah, I must have a lot of questions with Buddy being arrested.
Yeah, and also I need to stop by Craig's office on the way.
How come?
Well, some corporate clients have donated a lot of money to the center, and he's holding the checks.
Oh, I can do that. You just get to the kids, okay?
All right, thanks.
Okay.
I'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Tom, listen, if I don't make it back to his birthday party, wish him a happy one, huh?
Okay, I'll do that.
Tommy?
Hi. Well, I got an hour off. What can I do?
I'm so glad you're here, darling. I'll need a break. I'm gonna faint.
Oh, come on.
I don't mean like that. Get out of here. Give it. Oh, Lila. Oh, honestly, you know, I'm very grateful to my family, my wonderful friends, and I still have to admit to you, I feel blue.
Oh, Lisa.
Well,
I know. I thank God for Kate every single day, but about Casey...
Oh, I know. You want your man. I want Earl, and of course that can't be. All I have are memories.
Well, I'm surprised to see you in such a good mood. I thought having Duncan back in town might be upsetting you.
No, as a matter of fact, it's not.
Well, I don't think you're going to be running into each other. He said he wasn't planning on seeing you before he left town.
Mom, I'm not going to the university today, all right? I know there's going to be reporters there. Please. I'm not going, all right? Just please accept that. I'll talk to you later.
It's tough facing reporters, huh?
Yeah. It's going to be tough facing anyone.
Well, you know, there are some people who just won't believe you, son. But there are also people that will believe you. Life goes on. I see it every day at the hospital. But it takes courage and strength, renewal. Now, you've got the courage and the strength. The rest will come.
Thanks. I hope so.
You know, it might not hurt if you had a talk with Lynn Michaels.
Oh, no. I don't need a shrink.
I didn't say you did. But sometimes even a strong man needs somebody to talk to.
I'll be okay.
Then we'll be around if you need us.
Thanks.
After Adam's party, we can both go to the university in my van.
Okay. Hey, are you still planning to work part-time at the hospital?
Well, yeah. You gotta find time to study sometime, right?
Yeah, I know. You know, my grandmother offered me a job at the cellar, but I told her that I want to just study every minute I can.
Well, I hope not every minute.
Excuse me a sec. I'm really sorry.
Thanks.
I can't imagine what it must be like. Please let me know if I can do anything for you.
I will. Thanks.
Hey, listen, if we're gonna go over to Lisa's, I gotta bust into the apartment there and change. Of course, I wanna bust in on Andy and Julie.
My mom said something to upset you, Julie. I'll set her straight, I swear.
No, she didn't really. We were just talking.
You know, they gotta wake up. They gotta realize that I'm not a kid anymore and I can make my own choices and decisions.
Andy, I'm just afraid that all I'm doing is messing up your life here.
No, you're not. No, you're making it better. Gosh, you feel so good.
So do you. When you hold me like this, I feel like anything's possible. I just wish I could get a job and start saving some money to pay your father back.
You're coming to Adam's party, and I will ask Lisa if you can get a job at the Mona Lisa.
I don't know about this party. It's probably going to be just family.
Julie, I really want you there.
You do? Really?
Yes, really.
Sorry. I really need to get changed.
I'm not sure sharing this apartment with Duke's gonna work out well.
And I'm awfully low when the world is cold.
Well, I just wanted to come by and make sure you were okay and Holden wasn't still bothering you.
I'm fine. Fine.
He was here last night.
Yes, and this morning. Oh, God, I just heard him over and over again.
No, it's not your fault, Lily. He just wants it all. He's been that way ever since he was a kid. He'd never shared anything. He's totally possessive.
I could never live with that. It would tear us apart. It would. I'm just afraid Angel won't know how to deal with him.
Yeah, me too. I called her last night. I just thought she should get over here.
Cal, what did you say to her?
Oh, not much. I didn't have to. You know, she knows the score. Holden's only called her once since he's been here.
You really think she'll fly over from London?
Who knows? I just hope Holden doesn't find out about that call.
Hello, Caleb.
Derek, how you doing? Good.
How are you?
Look, I'll leave you two alone. I got lots to do. But if you need anything while Derek's away, you know where to reach me.
Okay.
Okay. Take it easy. Bye.
I didn't expect to see you. Did you return Karen's call?
Yes, it's been taken care of. I came back because I realized that I didn't say a proper goodbye to my wife. Whom I love with all my heart and soul.
Well, it works both ways, remember?
Okay, it's me.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Any problems?
No. But I spoke to Paul and it didn't sound too good. That worries me.
Why don't you worry about yourself?
I'm doing okay. At least now I know when I pick up the phone, it's not going to be James on the other end. Might be reporters, but...
I like that smile.
You know, I don't know if it's Brock's influence, but for the first time in a long time, I feel genuinely hopeful.
Well, if Brock does that for you, more power to him.
Craig, I have a confession to make. When you first started going out with Ellie, I was jealous, but now I really am happy for the both of you, and I wish you the best.
Thank you. We could use all the good thoughts we could get.
Why?
There's still a lot of obstacles in the way. It's going to take 7 years to declare Sierra legally dead, and I can't ask Ellie to wait that long. And even if I go before the probate court and get some kind of legal something, it's still not going to happen right away.
Hi. Oh, is this about time?
No. What's up?
Oh, well, this pretty little Irish girl wants money.
The checks for the Earl Mitchell Center, they're in the safe. Be right back.
Yes. Hi, Emily. Hi. You know, I couldn't help but hear about what happened. I'm really sorry. It must have been horrible.
Yeah, it was. But I'll get over it.
Yeah, you will. You know, I went through a similar situation with Glenn. If you ever want to talk...
Thanks. I haven't told you this, but I can also really sympathize with what you just went through. I also lost the baby of a man that I both loved and hated.
That was James' baby?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
You know, a lot of people still tell me maybe it was for the best that I lost that child.
Well, a lot of people don't know what they're talking about.
Sometimes I think I would have loved that baby more just because it had so many things going against it.
Well, things will get better for us. I know they will.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna go see what's keeping Craig.
Thank you, Shannon.
Well, if it isn't the Bonnie Emily Stewart. Your mother said you'd be working. You are a strong woman. I'm very glad you're all right. And I'm also glad that Stenbeck finally got what he deserved. I have a wonderful idea.
What?
Why don't you come back to Edinburgh with me for a visit?
Oh, that sounds lovely. Well, we'll see, okay?
I promise you'll have a good time.
Oh, are you on your way back soon? I mean, excuse me.
I think that's best.
Oh, Mr. Croton. Of course I have those files. Would you mind holding a moment? Okay. Duncan, I have to run across the hall. Why don't you help yourself to some coffee?
Thank you, I will.
Where's Holden?
He's upstairs. Caleb. Now let him be. And don't talk to him about Lily.
But he told you? I got work to do. Angel?
Hello, Caleb.
No, I want to talk to Papa, and I don't care how busy he is. Will you tell him I'll call him back?
Who is it?
Rockefeller.
I remember the last time you were here, you told me you wouldn't darken my door again.
Brock, what do you think you're doing?
In case you didn't notice, there was a major underworld crime figure that was killed here in Oakdale last night. The press is coming down on this place like vultures, and you're out playing white knight to the woman who not only witnessed his murder, but was his ex-mistress.
So?
So I know your father was here last night, and if he can't knock some sense into you, then I'm gonna have to try.
Why aren't you in Chicago till this thing blows over? And then, and only then, if you can't keep your hands off Emily Stewart, be my guest. But in the meanwhile, don't take stupid chances.
You care that much?
Who is it?
It's Detective Margot Hughes from the Oakdale Police. I have some questions I'd like to ask you concerning the death of James Stenbeck. Hello, Mr. Lombard.
Hello. That for Adam?
Yes.
I'm trying to convince Julie she doesn't have to change for the party.
I just want to look nice.
You will look nice. I'll pick you up in half an hour.
Okay. Goodbye, Mrs. Hughes.
Goodbye, Julie.
I invited Julie to the party for Adam.
So I gather.
I know what you're thinking.
Oh, I'm not so sure you do. Julie and I had an interesting conversation before you came out before.
I know what you're trying to do, Mom.
What?
You're trying to make Julie as uncomfortable as possible so she won't see me anymore. Look, Julie is my girlfriend, okay? Now, if you don't want her around, that must mean that you don't want me around.
Andrew.
Look, I'm gonna go take a shower, okay? Duke stopped hogging in the bathroom.
You know, I really like this schedule. Maybe I'll take early retirement. Problem?
I really don't even know how to deal with Andrew anymore. I feel like I'm between a rock and a hard place.
And the rock is Julie.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you by mountain-grown Folgers coffee. Folgers, the best part of waking up. Stay tuned for Guiding Light, next on most of these CBS stations. Jewelry by Monet. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.
This is CBS.